Well, last night was hilarious again. Okay, my apartment's fucked. My car's fucked. Some guys walked by my apartment. I feel bad. I talked to our whole family. They stood up for her. He said, I feel bad about everything. He said, we got to keep walking. I found out her apartment's fucked. I'm like, you're slow, right? God, these people are stupid. Um, I was at Sheetz gas station. They said, well, we all know they try to scare her to death. If you try to scare someone to death and they can prove it, it's attempted murder charges, extortion, or racketeering. This is just ridiculous. I do need somebody to look into the case. It is a protective life case. I found out February 7th, 22, outside Giant Eagle before noon in Louisville. There's an AutoZone. There's two men standing out there. They're blaming Will from the FBI in Canton for everything. Okay. They said, look, Will did very little with this case and left it on his desk. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why they got away with it. Okay. Thinking that he could put me in police protected custody. The police can handle the stalkers in the store and no man's to ever touch her. Left me on his desk. Well, I lived in a concentration camp. People breaking in, stabbing me with needles. In Walmart, coming up to me, we always knew you were innocent. Don't you remember the sodium pentothal? The only thing I'd have is marks on me. And every time Dave touched my drinks, I'd throw up. It's documented I weighed 212 to 217. And on April 1st of 2018, and by April 1st of 19, I weighed 150 pounds. I lost 62 to 67 pounds in 6 months, and most of it was within the first 4 months. I found out if Dave couldn't touch my drinks, I stopped throwing up. Then I found out August 9th, apartment building for me, second one close to the fence. First thing in the morning, they were making fun of me that Dave drugged me. 8/8/21, a guy that looks like Henry Moffey from Facebook come racing into town. Now he's following me from like Milton, Bedford, Ravenna, Canton, North Canton, Louisville, comes racing into town. The house actually fentanyl her. He yells out on Fairlawn Street, I feel bad about everything. 8/8/21, 8:15 to 8:30 at night. Did you know he fentanyl her and told her to say it before? And they're like, no, we just found out. We just didn't know. They knew the kids were lying. So they thought they'd make a buck on a roofie. Yeah, it's not funny. On May 25th, Wendy's, Louisville, we're talking about the church people breaking in before drugging me and telling me some weirdo stuff. I never had the church people up there, okay? No officer, no agent, no man, no lady, no attorney, no one ever knocked on my door and accused me of wrongdoing. I had bruises. I had bruises the size of oranges, grapefruits, and even hand marks embedded in my arm. One time I had a gash on my leg. I asked Dave about the gash, and he said, maybe I got you with a toenail. I was laid open as wide as a cigarette, and I had to bandage it. People said they were even abusing me under drugs before, and then after I called the FBI, they were lying in Walmart. They were FBI, and they were nothing but dirty undercover police from Ravenna. Working for Judge Pete, because his daughter Michelle, he looks like a little white Santa Claus, 9/18/19, on the wall of Ravenna Courthouse. There's a picture of him hanging Peter something. He followed me around for 3 years till about Christmas of this last year. He came down and with another guy in a beat up truck. It's not funny what's going on down here. He said, I know. I seen what they did to her head. Somebody needs to look into 12/21/18. I get a shower. I go to the refrigerator and I'm literally stabbed in the neck. And I wake up 6 hours later in bed. I got a dent in my skull. Hair's missing, hair straight up another man's combs on the dresser, and Dave's accusing me of having an affair. I got a big bruise underneath my ribs. I got a headache, I'm dizzy, and I go back to bed. Within 10 days, they're at Walmart saying they implanted a neural chip. Okay, I thought they were lying. Okay, now, inside Walmart, they kept saying the case is called Karen's Will from the agency. It's not. It's called Karen Around the House. That's what the officers called it. So, that's where when they run around, it's Karen's will from the agency. Well, March 13, 21, 2:53 p.m., Altman Hospital. They still have their tapes for um, medical malpractice. I go in, I get registered. Lady comes in. I'm here from Karen's will. The agency chipped her. The nurse points over at me. Is that why she's here? A bitch gets in my face. Agency wanted the truth out of you. That's why they chipped you. It's like, shut up. It's illegal. Go in the back. I tell Dr. Alan Natinas I may have a chip. He goes to leave. There's a man standing there. Some damn bastard neurochipper. I have a dent in my skull. Mercy Medical. I get a CT scan with dye. It hurt. It shouldn't hurt. You can see I cut a wire at the crack. It looks like they took a steak knife to my head. Now, neurochips are real. They use it in paralyzed patients. If you Google paralyzed man plays a video game with brain chip. Paralyzed man plays video game with brain chip. Paralyzed man plays computer with brain chip. It comes up with the one with a cell phone. So 16. They have it. Okay? It's a simple, it sounds horrible, but it's actually a simple surgery. They just cut your skull and your head open, lay the disc down, and expand it out. And then surgically glue your scalp back down. It takes like an hour. Why was I out 6? Somebody needs to pull the house tape of the Real Protector Life case and find out what they did to me. Okay? Now, on the CT scan, that only shows that I have sinus swelling. Everybody has sinus issues in Ohio. But you actually look at the picture, you can actually see I cut a wire in the crack. Somebody did something shitty. A Canton officer walked by me in Pete's restaurant last year and his phone dinged. He read off my name and address. I got something in me. So no, somebody needs to find out. You can also see those officers break in and stab me with needles. You can watch between July and September 19 of me being beat, raped, tortured when I tried to help some lady that lied that her husband died on the gunshot night and it was a mean stunt. So, yeah, you can watch legal tapes of them hurting me. The only thing that is funny about this, like I said, my ex-daughter-in-law, Melissa, made up a bunch of lies. And with it being a real-life protected life case, they caught those kids on Thanksgiving for the house wasn't meant for Grandma. It was meant for Auntie Shell and Papa. And Grandma needs to get out. Michelle, Judge Pete's daughter. Okay? And later on, we're making everything up their games of pretend giggling and laughing in the basement. All the sick shit. So, that and where these idiots say down some Walmart by Christmas of 18, the agents are selling a login for money that's going for $25 a pop. Everybody knows.